All right, so welcome back to another deep dive. Today we're going to be talking about NFTs, and more specifically, the recent shakeup we've seen with marketplaces. You've probably all heard of OpenSea, right? For a while, that was the name in NFT trading, but just a month ago, they were struggling. Their market share was down to a pretty surprising 25%. But get this, things have changed big time. OpenSea is back. They're not messing around. Now they're boasting a massive 71.5% market share. What happened? How did they pull off this crazy comeback? That's what we're going to unpack today.
Yeah, it really is fascinating. The timing of this comeback is just perfect. It happened right when OpenSea announced their native token, SEA. That seems to have been the spark, the catalyst for this whole shift.
Okay, let's talk about this SEA token. For our viewers on CoinTalk Podcast, what's the big deal about a native token? Why is everyone making such a fuss about it?
Well, think about it this way. Before SEA, OpenSea was really just a marketplace, a platform where you could buy and sell NFTs. But now, with this new token, they're building a whole ecosystem. SEA lets users engage with the platform in totally new ways. They can earn rewards, take part in governance. They can really become part of the OpenSea community.
So it's less like going to a store online and more like joining a club with its own perks and privileges. And it sounds like that's driving some serious engagement.
Exactly. Since they announced the SEA token on February 13th, OpenSea's daily trading volume has just exploded. It went up 5 times. Now it's averaging $17.4 million a day. That's a huge jump from the $3.47 million they were seeing before. And it's not just about the volume. The number of daily transactions has more than doubled too. Going from 6,100 to 14,700, the platform is buzzing.
It does seem like someone just flipped a switch and suddenly everyone's back on OpenSea. But is it just hype about this new token? Or is there something more driving this resurgence?
Well, the SEA token has definitely played a major role, but it's not the whole story. Remember, OpenSea was losing ground to Blur, a competing NFT marketplace. OpenSea's comeback has come at Blur's expense. The SEA token and all the excitement around it. It seems to have brought a lot of users back to OpenSea. It's interesting to see how quickly things can change in this space.
It really is. It's a constant chess game, with these platforms battling for dominance, all vying for users' attention. And speaking of attracting users, let's talk about OpenSea's incentive system. They've hit a few bumps in the road with that. Their old XP-based system got some criticism. People said it was basically encouraging wash trading. So how are they addressing that with this new SEA token?
Well, they've learned from what happened before and put in place some really clever mechanisms to stop that kind of manipulation. They've replaced their old XP system. You remember those XP shipments?
Right. For anyone just tuning into CoinTalk Podcast, XE shipments are OpenSea's new rewards program. But how do they actually work?
So the cool thing about XP shipments is that they're not just tied to trading volume. That was the problem with the old system. Now OpenSea is rewarding users for all sorts of things. Things that actually show they're genuinely engaged with the platform. Like, for instance, they're encouraging users to give feedback, to be active in the community.
So it's not just buying and selling, it's about contributing to the whole OpenSea ecosystem. I bet a lot of users are happy about that.
Absolutely. And besides feedback, OpenSea is also rewarding people for buying stuff on their updated platform, OS2. This encourages people to try out the new platform, to see all the improvements it offers.
It's a smart way to encourage users to move in the right direction. So it's not just about stopping wash trading. It's about building a more active and engaged community. And there's the SEA token airdrop. For our CoinTalk Podcast viewers who might be new to all this, can you explain what an airdrop is and why everyone's so excited about it?
Sure. An airdrop is basically like a free giveaway of tokens to a certain group of people. In OpenSea's case, they confirmed that US users are eligible for the SEA token airdrop, which was a big question mark for a while because of regulations. The really interesting part is how they're deciding who gets what.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting, especially for those who've been part of the NFT scene for a while. They've said the SEA token allocation will be based on past activity on the platform, potentially rewarding those who were trading back in 2021 during that big NFT bull run.
Exactly. Imagine you were an early adopter of OpenSea, actively trading NFTs back in 2021 when things were really taking off. Now you're being rewarded for that, for your loyalty and for believing in the platform early on. That's a powerful message OpenSea's sending to its community.
Yeah, it really adds a whole other layer to this comeback story. It's not just about getting that market share back. It's about rewarding the loyal users, the OGs, and really building a strong community. So speaking of community, what does all this mean for the NFT space as a whole? Is this a sign of things to come? Are we entering a new era of community-driven marketplaces led by OpenSea?
It's definitely a possibility. OpenSea is doing well with this SEA token, and it could push other platforms to try something similar. Imagine a future where all your favorite online marketplaces have their own tokens. Art platforms, gaming ecosystems, everything. Rewarding users for being active, for contributing to the community. It could completely change the way we use these digital spaces.
It's a fascinating thought, like we're moving away from the old model of just buying and selling
Sure.
towards something more collaborative, more interactive.
Exactly. And it's not just about individual platforms either. This could change the types of NFTs being created. We might see a surge in projects that focus on community building,
Right.
on utility, on long-term value, instead of just quick flips and short-term gains.
So instead of collecting digital art, we might see NFTs that give you access to exclusive communities, or voting rights in these decentralized organizations, or even real-world perks and benefits.
Exactly. And this shift toward NFTs with more utility could make them way more appealing to a wider audience. Remember, a lot of people are still hesitant about NFTs. They don't really get the value proposition. But if NFTs start offering tangible benefits and new experiences, well, that could be a game changer.
Yeah, that's a great point. Right now, there's a lot of speculation driving the NFT market. But if we start seeing more real-world use cases,
Right.
that could shift the focus to long-term value and adoption. But let's flip the coin for a second. With OpenSea becoming so dominant, and this possible move toward more tokenized marketplaces, are there any concerns? Could this lead to a more centralized NFT ecosystem?
That's a really good question, a valid concern. It's great that OpenSea is doing well. It's a good sign for the whole market. But if too much power ends up concentrated in one platform, that could stifle innovation and limit the choices for creators and collectors. We need a healthy and diverse ecosystem with lots of different platforms and approaches.
Yeah, diversity is key for any market to thrive. It makes sure there's something for everyone, and that no one entity has too much control.
Exactly. Competition is always a good thing. It forces platforms to keep innovating, to improve what they offer, and ultimately provide better experiences for users. That's why it's important to watch what other players are doing, like Blur, for example. They're always evolving, pushing the limits of what's possible with NFT marketplaces. Remember, the NFT landscape is still young. Things change fast.
That's why we love covering these developments on CoinTalk Podcast. It's such a fast-paced and dynamic world. We want to make sure our viewers have the knowledge and insights they need to stay ahead of the curve, to really understand what's happening.
Absolutely. Whether you're an experienced NFT trader or just starting out, it's crucial to stay informed about the latest trends and opportunities. And that's where CoinTalk Podcast comes in.
We're here to break down these complex topics, analyze market shifts, and explore how these developments could shape the future of NFTs. We want to give our viewers the power to make informed decisions, to be a part of this revolution.
So if you're fascinated by NFTs and want to stay ahead of the game, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And turn on notifications for CoinTalk Podcast on YouTube. We're putting out new episodes all the time, packed with valuable insights and discussions. And while you're at it, give this video a like, leave a comment, share it with your friends who are excited about NFTs. Let's spread the knowledge and build this community together.
Now let's talk about what OpenSea's comeback means for you, our viewers. Whether you're already trading NFTs or just starting your journey, there are some key takeaways here.
For those who are already active on OpenSea, the SEA token brings some exciting new possibilities.
You can now participate in the platform's ecosystem in a totally new way, potentially earning rewards, having a voice in its future.
The airdrop is a great chance for early adopters to be recognized for their role in the platform's growth.
Yeah, it really is. Like OpenSea saying, hey, thanks for being with us. Thanks for believing in NFTs. But even if you're new to OpenSea, now's a great time to check it out.
Definitely. The platform's alive again, all these SEA token incentives. They're bringing in all kinds of creators and collectors. You might find some cool new NFT projects, or even connect with people who share your interests. It's a great community.
And remember, knowledge is power, right? Especially in the fast-paced world of NFTs. That's why we're here at CoinTalk Podcast, breaking things down, giving you the insights you need to make smart decisions.
Absolutely. Before you invest in any NFT, do your research, know the risks, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. This market is still new. It's important to be careful.
Couldn't agree more. We always encourage responsible investing and making informed decisions. That's what CoinTalk Podcast is all about. Okay, so OpenSea and this SEA token, it's a success story, no doubt, but it raises an interesting question. Could this be the future of all online marketplaces?
It's a really intriguing thought. Imagine if your favorite online stores, Social media, gaming platforms, what if they all had their own native tokens? And reward systems. It could give users more power, encourage more engagement, and create a fairer way to share value in these digital spaces. We could go from being passive consumers to active participants, actually shaping the future of the platforms we use every day.
It's a mind-blowing concept. Like, we're seeing the internet evolve right in front of us. The start of a new era, an era of user empowerment and community ownership.
Absolutely. And if you want to explore these ideas further, to dive deeper into Web3 and the decentralized internet, check out our other CoinTalk podcast episodes on YouTube. We've covered so much ground, from blockchain basics to the potential of NFTs in different industries.
We're always on the cutting edge, bringing you the latest insights and analysis. So hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, join us on this journey as we explore the future of the digital world. And hey, don't forget to give this video a like, leave a comment below, share it with your friends. Let's build a community of informed and empowered individuals. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible. See you in the metaverse.